Good morning and welcome to your next Capstone session. I am Mr. Michael Gagnon, an English teacher here at Southington High School who can be found in room E382. As you know, I've been here with my colleague, Mrs. Carrie Louise of the Technology and Engineering Department, and we are here to support your journey to meet the vision of the graduate as part of your graduation requirement. This month's session will focus on the topic of communication. This is the fourth of the 8 classes you will have this year. So you may be asking yourself, what is communication? Before we get into the main focus for this session, let's remind ourselves that you are on your way to proving that you have fulfilled Southington Public Schools' vision of a graduate. That vision reads, a graduate of the Southington Public Schools will be college and career ready and prepared for life beyond by mastering the knowledge and demonstrating the skills to communicate effectively, think creatively and critically, and contribute to the global community. At this time, you will complete the Do Now that is in your Canvas module number 4. It will ask you to take a moment and think about the word communication. You will then complete it by stopping this video and taking 2 or 3 minutes to do so. Once you are ready, you will return to the video. Now that you've entered your ideas into the Canvas assignment about the word communication, you will stop this video again while you complete a turn and talk. With the peer next to you, you will take 1 minute for each person to explain their personal meaning of communication. You should add any additional ideas that enhance your original understanding of your response in Canvas. By the time you finish your turn and talk, you should be submitting that Canvas assignment. Your Capstone advisors, who are there in the classroom with you, will ask you to share your ideas with the class as a whole. You should return to this video in approximately 5 minutes. Now that you've considered some ideas about communication, let's take a look at the definitions of the term and see how they influence your understanding of it. Communication is defined as the simple act of transferring information from one place, person, or group to another. Every communication involves at least one sender, a message, and a recipient. While it sounds easy, communication is actually a complex skill. In order to assist your selection of evidence, Southington Public Schools has adopted rubrics for the 4 of the 6 C's. According to the rubric on communication, it includes the following skills: the use of effective interpersonal skills during conversations and discussion to build positive relationships with others and promote collaborative learning. Communication that is interactive and effectively used to support individual learning and contribute to the learning of others using a range of contemporary tools, transmissions, and processes. Your ability to listen effectively to decipher meaning, including knowledge, values, attitudes, and intentions. Communicate ideas through the creation of authentic products using a combination of words, data, and visual representations to inform, persuade, and entertain others. Delivering effective oral presentations to communicate the results of inquiry. Field questions to demonstrate conceptual understanding and knowledge, along with details about the inquiry process. And finally, to communicate effectively in diverse environments, including multilingual environments, where you show cultural understanding and global awareness when engaging with learners of other cultures. The communication rubric looks at 6 important strands: engaging in conversations and discussions, using 21st century communication tools, that is your digital resources, listening, delivering oral presentations, communicating in diverse environments, and finally, reflection. Again, you should review the proficient column of the rubric that can be found in the corresponding module in your Canvas assignments. As you start to think about what kind of evidence you would put in your ePortfolio, think about your interactions over the past year of hybrid and remote learning and your use of technology. Considering the following questions: when did you communicate? How did you communicate? And what did you learn about your ability to communicate effectively? This final question, you may want to look at the rubric as you answer the question. Some interactions that you may have had that would help you to choose good evidence to be in your ePortfolio are things such as team project work, speech and presentations, Socratic seminars, emails to teachers, essays, or any other interaction when you communicated with a peer or teacher. You will now use the remainder of the period to complete your evidence submissions. Note that you will review your experiences from your last year and choose your best 3 examples of communication. You'll open your Google Site ePortfolio, access your communication page, and insert each piece as a document, PDF, or photo. Be sure to include a title for each piece of evidence in the appropriate text. Where you have identified, you will complete the reflection of why you chose these particular examples. If you are unable to complete the gathering and recording of evidence during this capstone period, please be certain to complete it prior to our next capstone session. We hope that you will have enjoyed completing your 4th step in your capstone journey by the time you leave today, and know that you are on your way to fulfilling Southington Public Schools' vision of a graduate. As always, if you have any questions, please direct them to your Capstone Classroom Advisor or your grade level school counselor. Have a good session, find great evidence, and we'll see you next month.